What up, DJ Ross? Good to have you, my
What's
brother.
going on?
So where you tuning in from right now?
I'm at home, man. This is my own little museum here. You know what I'm saying?
No doubt.
I'm at home, Hollywood, Florida, doing my thing, you know?
Word
I
up.
give thanks, brother.
I'm well. By the grace of the Most High, brother, we are ready to get it popping, man. We got a lot of history to cover. You are considered a true OG, not just in the hip-hop sense, but in the real sense, from the business, from the streets, to the entrepreneurship. So without further ado, man, let's get it started. Tell me a little bit about where you're from.
Well, the Bronx, man, right next to the Bronx Zoo, 183rd Katona Avenue was my stomping turf. That's where I was raised at, right there by Belmont Park, Mom and Pop's place, where Charlie Chase did his first jam, right there in Belmont Park, man. What's going on?
Belmont Park.
Oh, yep.
What can you tell us? What can you tell us about what hip hop looked like back then, if it was even called hip hop?
Well, in fact, it wasn't in the 70s. We wasn't calling it hip hop. You know, that came later. I mean, we understand that historically, Kool Herc did the first hip hop jam in the Bronx, but later on was when it was named hip hop. Even though we celebrate the historical aspect of it in August because of the first original jam, but we still wasn't calling it hip hop. We didn't even know that word existed. We were just getting down. The beat broke, we were getting down to it. That was basically it, you know, because it was, let me explain how the South Bronx was back then. There was something going on with the Guineas, and it was everyone was burning their buildings down, you know, to collect the insurance, and we were living in a big cesspool. So the only thing we had was the rhythm to escape. The only thing we had was our dancing to escape from all the madness that was around us on a daily basis. You know, we used to get in food lines, you know, to get little bags of food and lunch lines to be able to have something for lunch if it was the middle of the summer to get that free lunch. That's how tough it was. And we went years, man, with just eggs and rice, man, surviving straight up.
Word up. You just for those of y'all that are just joining, you got DJ Raw, the original OG, Miami, Florida, Hoodstock. Tell us a little bit about this photo. Who is this that we're looking at?
Well, he's known as Pedro. He was one of the leading high-ranking chingalings from the Bronx, MCs. We had three main MCs back then, MC gangs. We had the Black Falcons, the Chingalings, and then we had the Golden Guineas. And we're really not too happy about the Golden Guineas, but the Black Falcons and the Chingalings were the ones running the Bronx. That's my uncle, by the way, and I give thanks. That's my uncle, man. You know, we lost him to the game. You know, he was also a big heroin dealer, and he got murked. They murked him. You know, it's what the game brings. The game brings tragedies with it as well. I'm still looking for a successful drug dealer. I haven't found none yet.
I hear you. So what can you tell us about this photo, and who are these people here?
Okay, the guy with the leather jacket on, yeah, standing right next to Crazy Legs, that's my cousin Buck 4. And you know what's the ironic thing about Buck 4, man? That was my younger cousin, and I was the guy, I was about 3-4 years older than him, so I used to teach him how to break dance. That's how funny it is. Me and my sister Tata used to go out to the clubs because I always had, even when I was 16, I had a full beard. So I always looked older. And it's funny, now that I'm older, I look younger. But back to Buck 4. Yeah, Buck 4 and us, we used to have our little thing going on in the Bronx. We noticed that TBB came out, TDK came out, and then we created Rockwell. Me, Freddie, Little Angel, Buck 4, Flex. We created Rockwell, and we took off with that. Then later, Crazy Legs came looking for prospects, and he came and recruited Buck 4, and he took Buck 4 to Manhattan, and the next thing you know, Buck 4 is in Beach Street. He's in all the movies, Soul Sonic Force. He traveled the world, did a world tour with Crazy Legs. Very, very powerful, and I give thanks for that. I lost my cousin Buck 4. The reason I wound up in Miami was because of the gang wars that were going on in the Bronx. And my cousin lost his life, and his brother got 25 to life in Attica. And watch this, during COVID, Flex came home. November 2020, a miracle from the Most Highest, they released my cousin. And then, this so you everyone could know, because it's really funny. We got Speedy from the Bronx. Speedy from the Bronx was looking for the 25th B-boy from the Bronx. They were looking for Indio. They were looking for Indio. Watch this, Brims. My cousin Flex told him, yo, stupid, that's DJ Raw, man. Indio's DJ Raw. And they were like, no, it can't be true. It is true. I was one of the first original 25 B-boys teaching them, teaching the dance and stuff back in the days. And I was like in shock, because I got a call from Speedy, Jojo. I got calls from all the old school B-boys and saying, we didn't know that DJ Raw was Indio. Welcome to the 25 original B-boys from the Bronx. And all I can say is, ooh, ooh.
Word up. Well, speaking of the Bronx, so when you would walk around and see scenes like this as a young person, what were you thinking in your mind? What was it sparking in your mind?
First of all, I had to carry a big old 007 or nunchucks, and this was given to me by my mother, because that's how dangerous it was. When you were walking the street, the junkies or all the little rival gangs would try to take your stuff, take the shoes right off your feet. That never happened to me, by the way. But but yes, it was really a really rough time. The Bronx was a scary place, and you did not want to get caught on the streets after dark. Just being real, and the best thing was the hooky parties in them abandoned buildings. And I was a fly boy. I used to go out passing the little flyers and inviting people out to the hooky parties, and then that made a big change too when Mom and Pop put together the Sunken Treasure. So then we really didn't have to go to the hooky parties no more. We just had to pay a quarter to get our coat hung up, and we could get in and break dance and do our thing at the Sunken Treasure, which was pretty cool. I'm sure you're familiar with Mom and Pops, right?
No, go ahead and school us all.
Well, Mom and Pops, man, like KRS, when it goes down the list of all the artists that used to go and perform at Mom and Pops, and they used to sell mixtapes out of there. And that was the downfall, because when the feds started coming around, I forgot, late 90s, they started taking away the DJs that were doing underground mixtapes. They started taking them down. They took down Mom and Pop's place too. But through the grapevine, I found out that they got a record store. I'm not sure where it's at, but I heard that Mom and Pops and their children, they ventured off and got a record store at the end of the deal. So it's pretty cool. Yeah, it's pretty dope. I give thanks.
For those of you that are just tuning in, you are live on the Museum of Graffiti Art Talk with the one and original DJ Raw. So Raw, how did you end up getting from the Bronx to Wynwood in Miami, Florida? What was that like?
Well, when I came here, man, I mean, there was only one building downtown Miami, was the FP&L building at that point, and I was heartbroken. You don't understand. For me to leave the Bronx, they set me up. I came home from school one day, walking home with Carmen, my girlfriend, and there was a Mayflower truck outside, right? And I noticed all the family cars were lined up. And when I get in front of the building, my cousin and my brother muscled me into the car. They said, get in, we're out of here. I said, what? Where are we going? We're going down south, we're going to Miami. And they sat me in between both of them for hours, bro, while I cried, because I didn't want to leave the Bronx. But it was the best thing for me, because, we lost a lot of family members to gang violence, to drugs and stuff like that. So my mom made the righteous decision. We said, we're going to have to trick this little bastard, because if not, he's going to take off on us and we ain't never going to see him again. They saved my life. I give thanks.
Word. So as a teenager walking around Wynwood, what was it like at that time?
It was cool. The 70s were cool in Wynwood. It was smooth. There was a few little gangs here and there, like La Familia. They had all 2nd Ave Northeast on lock, And it was pretty cool. And at that time, I was seeing people, they had that open carry. People were carrying their guns around. A lot of cocaine cowboy guys were you know, in the area, and it was pretty cool. The 70s was cool. When it got a little ugly was a little further towards the 80s. That's when it started getting, when we started forming the gangs and getting right. First came the McDuffie riot, tore down Wynwood all the way down to Little Haiti, all them same warehouses that is now known as Midtown, that is now known as Wynwood Art Walk. All those warehouses got burned down during the McDuffie riots. But watch this, they got burnt down during the Mercado riots as well.
And let me just point out to you, if you can see this brother here, he's holding a poster. It says Arthur McDuffie, Leonardo Mercado, Neville Johnson, Alan Blanchard, Clement Lloyd, and the list goes on. So this is something we still see to this very day. So talk to us about Arthur. Yeah, go ahead, my brother.
Yeah, they missed one. I'm sorry to interrupt you. Alameda. Alameda was the neighborhood guy. Watch this, Brimstone. On his birthday, this dude was telling on everybody. If you were standing on the corner, he would call the police on you. He was the neighborhood watch guy, the Christian, the most beautiful guy you ever gonna meet. This guy, there was a fire in the alley, and he was trying to shut the fire off on his birthday. He was drunk. Somehow they grabbed him, handcuffed him, put him in the back seat of the police car, and he died of a heart attack while he was in the police car. Because I can only imagine, he's the one that enforces the law. He died. He couldn't believe that he was inside of the police car. So you know that also called for another riot. The city settled with their family, give thanks, you know. But it's crazy. Alameda as well lost his life in Wynwood. Yeah, crazy.
So how did Mercado play a role in your life?
Well, I'm gonna tell you, man. Mercado and his family and his sons, they are sponsors of Hoodstock, sponsors of the culture, because they believed in what I was doing, plain and simple. And Gano, you know, he was the neighborhood hero to us. He was, because the only guy that ever brought a Bigfoot truck into the neighborhood that would take up both sides of the street, and the truck would roll sideways. I fit inside of the tire. And you know, that brother there is someone I wanted to be like. You know what I'm saying? I wanted to be like that brother there, you know, because that's the only heroes I had at that time, you know. And contrary to what everybody else may want to believe or whatever, the brother had a good heart, man. And he helped a lot of families in Wynwood. He helped a lot of families. So bless up.
I see Speedy Legs is joined, Seam is joined, and Seam was saying La Familia in 1978. My eldest cousin was part of that. So you got some people here that understand what you're talking about.
Bless up, La Familia. Bless up. I see that.
Word up. So how did the things that you learned from the neighborhood then eventually take you into your next part of life?
Well, I mean, you know, I didn't become the notorious Raw overnight. You know, I had to put my work in, you know, serving for the other cats like Gano, serving for Jimmy, for all the big people, you know, serving for them. And then eventually I moved up the ranks on a fluke, you know. Something came in, and and I was the one that was able to distribute to everybody else in the neighborhood. And this is how I got the finances to then basically set myself free, to be able to do and help my people. Because this is what happened with the finances. The money, me, enemy, courage, all of us, you know, when we got the bread, we said, wait a minute, there's other brothers that need this help to get in. So what did we do? We started recruiting the funky bastards, you know? We started bringing people in, the Zopound, Red Eyes, brought them in. Put it this way, by the time it was said and done, Half Pint was signed to us. Gucci, the original Gucci from back then, was signed to us, producing music. And Devastator from Luke was hanging out. I mean, it got real crazy. Like, when we were coming out of the Booty era and going into the hip-hop era, few brothers from the Booty era merged with us and helped us, you know, launch our first record, you know, helped us launch our stuff. So I give love and respect to these brothers. Some of them understood that they were hip-hop, because some brothers back then didn't understand that. In fact, they didn't want to even be a part of it. They were saying, "No, we're not hip hop. We're not a part of that." And then today, today they saw how the culture expand, and now they accept that they are an element of the hip hop culture, and that's a beautiful thing as well.
Yeah, I mean, I remember those funky bastards were making mad noise. We were from South Miami. They were from North Miami, but they were one of those crews that they were not to be tested, and they would show up at every spot. We would show up at every spot. It's like Miami back in the day, the whole entire rap scene, the whole entire hip hop scene could fit in one small building of 100 people. The cast that was really doing it.
Easy.
Until Woodstock bust that door down. And now we're looking at hip hop, crowds of thousands of people. But before we jump into that, so people are talking about the school bus. Somebody says they won't forget a school bus. What do you and a school bus have in common?
Well, I'm gonna tell you what, and this was the merge before I got the real big money. Okay, I still had some money, and I had a car dealership. I own like 35 cars, and I went to an auction. And they had a brand new, the bus smelled brand new inside Brimstone. And I got inside of it and I said, damn, this joke is dope. And the enemy said, man, we need to buy this shit, take this shit up out of here, raw. I said, for real, what we doing? Enemy came with the plan. We're going to gut it out. We're going to do this. We're going to do that. This is where we're going to tour out this bus. And I said, you know what? Hey, let me get this bus. He gave me the number. I took the bus. We drove home in it the same day. All of us, like 9, 10 of us jumped in there. We were riding around the neighborhood. She was still yellow. And then we put the great white. We painted her white. We gutted her out. We put a black rug inside, aluminum trimming, the DJ system. The coffin was there with all the records, super bad. And we took off to New York to Rocksteady. We were ready. We went to Rocksteady. Our first major tour. We're going to Rocksteady Park. We're going to park Yep. And I give thanks for that article. Audra Burtz from Miami Herald, she hooked us up real nice, man. Yeah, she's the centerfold of the business section. Hip hop is making change in South Florida, and I give thanks because it really did, So my investment, no regrets. I went to prison, but it's okay. You know why? Because I played a small little part on that foundation, and like being with you right now, Brimstone, where I'm at right now, I give so much thanks, bro. You have a kind heart, bro. If it was anyone else, I wouldn't do it. Because it's you is why I'm here, Brimstone. I want to let you know, if someone else would have called me and said, hey, look, we're going to start something and we want to, it ain't happening. I ain't got time for that. But Brimstone, you're an icon. You're a legend. You are an individual that keeps preserving and putting together and making sure that hip-hop in South Florida gets its spot and stays preserved. And I give thanks to you, and I take my fez off to you, my brother, because you are...
Much appreciated, my brother. To the Most High be the glory. I'm grateful, man. I'm grateful. So tell us. I've heard some rumors that you pulled this school bus up to 99 Jams one time because there was some problems there. Tell us a little bit about that. What happened?
Well, when 99 Jams was on 163rd Street off the Palmetto, I got invited there by the DJ James T. So, we thought we were going to get down with Uncle Al. Whoa, they're going to give us a show. Finally, they're going to do some hip-hop on 99 Jam. So we all get flyed out. I put all the chunks of gold out, had the honeys come out with their little shorts, so we could give them an awesome presentation when we pull up. But in fact, I brought the tour bus with me because I didn't know back then, but they had called FCC enough times on me where I had to take the station out of my home and make it mobile. So I had put 917 inside of the bus. So now I'm not a station. Now I don't know what to call myself, but I'm still broadcasting 917 WJHH. We're just hip hop. We're still moving. So with that being said, what I do is I said we take the bus, load it up with everybody. Let's go over there and have a party with 99 Jams. We're in the parking lot. Me, Enemy, Louis T, a few of the brothers go up in there. We meet the infamous DJ James T and some big old goons were in there. And we were like, what the heck is this all about? Whoa, wait a minute. And they were telling us we had to stop what we were doing out of James T's mouth. He says, you're going to change the culture in South Florida. This was his words. You're going to change. And I said, wait a minute. What is it that you don't think us niggas from South Florida have lyrical skills? You don't think that we have content to deliver? You don't, that's what it is. It's got to be all about exploiting women, booty shaking and all that shit. I said, you know what? Everybody drew guns and said, we ain't DJs, y'all the DJs. We run the streets. That's what we do. We're going to keep pumping hip hop. So imagine I got the tower cranked up. I'm in the parking lot. We had guns. We had to get rid of the guns. They called Metro on us. Metro had us in the mix. I called my attorney. They didn't find no guns, so they had to let us go. And to today, I give thanks, but what really was ironic? Me sitting in my rack in prison when someone say, Raw, you need to hear this. Luke's talking about you with the piccolos. What? So I'm listening, and Luke was trying to get away from the conversation, but the piccolos, Jack Boy said, nah, Luke, hold up. You asked us, when did we get our first opportunity when we were shopping place to place trying to record our record? Nobody would help us. Raw was the one that laid it down for us. Raw was the one that helped us out. DJ Raw played an important part in our lives in the piccolos. Hey, I'm a grown man, bro. Tears, I had to keep my composure together because I almost started to cry in prison. I said, damn, big ups, Jack Boy, and De La's, big up to y'all, man, for looking out. That's what it is. But when I sat down and thought about it, not too far after that, I hear DJ Khaled on 99 Jam, the #1 hip-hop radio station. I was like, whoa, big ups for DJ Khaled, because DJ Khaled used to come and spin on 917. Yeah. Don't get me wrong. And I had a part to play on 96.1 too with Daddy Soul, because I'm the one that tightened up that station. Big ups to Buttafuoco. I love him. I'm the one that went over there, tightened up their station, ground their station, and the hisn went away. And till today, they sound beautiful, like FM beautiful station. That's my engineering skills,
Well, and a lot of people don't know this. DJ Khaled is actually a really fresh DJ. In the 90s, he would jump on 96, 96.1, and just start DJing in the middle of the night, playing Brand Nubians and DOS Effects, and you could hear the hunger in him, like cutting and merry-go-round and scratching and getting on the mic, and he really knew how to rock his jam.
And you're right, because mind this, no one wanted to do the graveyard shift because we were like around the clock on 917. And I'm telling you the truth, because I would walk around my house just talking shit on the mic. I had a cordless mic, and if I had to take a dump, I go sit and take a dump. Yep, this shit is real. I'm giving you the funk. There's DJ Raw, there's 917. The DJs ain't here yet, and I gotta take a dump. That's what's going on. Hang on with me. And then I would crack a joke on the funk box, rhythm rocker. Yep. This is the real funk box here, rhythm rocker. He's cracking jokes, having a good time, and DJ Khaled will come through at midnight with his crates, with his own stuff, and hey, Raw, is it okay for me to spin? Go ahead, handle your business, man. That brother stayed there all night long.
Yep, he was hungry. He was all night. He was hungry.
Killing it, back to back. Real respectable young man, and again, I give thanks because, and DJ Khaled, I love you, brother. All that other shit, the news and people were always trying to get us to get in the mix and shit. I was never about that shit. I'm just being real. Because, I, in the midst of all that, when I came home, brothers were trying to make it look like, and even Miami Times put something out, like I was going to go up against DJ Khaled and all this stuff, DJ Ross taking back his turf and all this craziness was going on. It was never like that, never my intention. I ain't got no control of what the media does, what they do. They always, what they do, they sell controversy. Controversy sells. You know what I'm saying? But I love DJ Khaled. I listen to DJ Khaled to all, and then jams he's putting on with Buju Banton. Ooh, loving it.
Yeah, man. Well, so I wanted to share, I know in your crew you had some graffiti writers. One of them was very, prominent writer named Enemy. But I just want to take a moment, if we could just look at this piece a little bit. And I'm going to read to you what it says. Let me see if you guys can hear it. Sorry about that. Forever running from the cops, trying to get my props. not making frequent stops because I don't want them on my heels. Watch out for the snitches. Yeah, they could be such bitches. Yes, I finally make it home, but have that feeling I'm not alone. Just then, red and blue lights flash. I try to make a dash, but the car with the big mouth said, freeze! Boom.
There it is. You know what's ironic about that? That this same piece was the same piece Miami Herald used, you know, just like to mock me. You know what I'm saying? Like they said, I used the law of attraction and got myself put in prison. And you know something? Today, I believe that. You know, because what you think about, you bring about. What you're thinking of the most about, if you thinking about they're coming to get you, they're coming to get you. Because the man who thinks he's right and the man who thinks he's wrong, they're both right. They both get what they want. So this brother here, enemy's cousin, Harley, I think his name was Harley, but don't quote me on that. I'll get the info from enemy. And he was one of my guys that was designing flyers for me and doing stuff, T-shirts and stuff for me back then as well. But enemy was the main dude. And then we brought in, you know, like Bomb 5 from Rocksteady, Zulu Grams from Rocksteady. We started bringing in outside brothers to help us put it together as well.
Word.
Yeah.
Well, for those of you just tuning in, you are live on the Museum of Graffiti IG chat with the original OG, DJ Raw. And we are going to get into shifting to gears with Hoodstock. So what can you tell us about this brilliant brand here?
Well, I'm going to tell you this. We couldn't get on 99 jams. We couldn't get our music played. Even if we had the cheese, we couldn't do it because they were totally against it. You know, you're looking at the second annual of Zulu Nation in Miami. You know, give big ups to all the Zulus in Miami. Straight up, Omar Islam made that possible. I take my hat off to that brother because that's one brother I'm dear and I owe, because everyone knows me for the face of Hoodstock. Omar Islam was the one what they call the back office. That was Omar Islam. Okay, we were smoking joints, we were all getting high, and it was a year there in 1994, 95, I don't remember. But anyway, I'm gonna tell you this. Woodstock had just took off, and Omar Islam said, man, we need to do something for us, for the hood. F the woods. We live in the hood, we should do a Hoodstock. And that kind of resonated with me. It rang a bell, and I was like, man, what's stopping us? He says, man, it's rap. It's crazy to get the permits, and we should do it in the park. We should do this. We should do that. And I said, Omar, we got the bread. Let's do it. Let's step to the city of Miami. Let's see how we could get this done. And we did. We stepped to the city of Miami. I spoke to his name was Sergeant Moose, Grand Woonwood. He was an officer, you know, and he was part of the family. I stepped to Sergeant Moose. I said, Sarge, how came we like to do a park jam? You know, he said, how many people you expecting? I didn't know. You know, the first one we shot our video, Wynwood is the City, 1994, probably less than 1,000 heads showed up. You know, because why? We wasn't even good at it yet. Put it this way, we put everything on the flyer except the date the event was going down.
Oh, wow. You forgot the most important part.
Yeah, except the date, but it was Sunday. But watch this, word of mouth. Word of mouth, we still got 1,000 heads. But then after that, we caught, you know, issues with a lot of heads that were saying, yo, you forgot to put the date. So anyway, moving forward. Hey, we smoked trees back then. We were staying high, man. That's what it was, man. But anyway, watch this. We moved forward for 1995. And How Can I Be Down was in town. See them graphics back there?
Yep.
Steam, the In Kids.
DJ Raw, I see the DJ Raw piece.
Yeah, in the back, man. Hey, them brothers, I got to give, you know, they put the grill on the back of the door. You can't see it there, man. They really got off on that one piece right there. Yes, sir. But anyway, like I was saying, oh man, a hot mess. So we going into 1995, and How Can I Be Down came to town. So it was like a little conflict going on there with me and Peter Thomas. Says Severo, his team, my team, You know, so 95, we had a little issue, but it was good for us, you know, because he's the one that lit the fire under my ass. When he did that, you know what I did? I pressed up 50,000 flyers. We got the yellow pages, the white pages. We got everybody's address that we could, Aristar, Columbia, everybody that we could. And we put stamps on these little flyers. And we went to the first post office with 20, maybe 10, 20,000. And the lady said, no, we can't take that. I said, what do you mean, no? She said, I could take 1,000. I said, I'll give you 2,000. Here's 20 bucks. Okay, she took it. So now we went to the next post office. We went as far as Broward, 2,000, 2,000, 1,000, till we got the flyers out.
Word.
Chilling, everything is good. We're doing the promo. The postmaster shows up to my house.
What?
And raids us with Popo raiding us in the house. Everything got us flat. This was like their opportunity to see if they could catch us with something, you know?
Mm-hmm.
But anyway, they punished us. Guess what the punishment was?
What's that?
Go to the federal postmaster school and learn how to mail out in bulk.
Wow. Skills.
So you got a bunch of goons with grilled tees, looking crazy, high as hell, with all the other people learning how to do it, you know, suit and tie, yuppies all over the place. Here's there 6 of us, 7 of us looking crazy, learning, man, that's not how you do that. If it's going to Philadelphia, it's got to be, you know, enemy's going to sell out every time. Y'all niggas got to get this shit right. I got to get the hell up out of here. I can't stand being around these people. It was the illest time. We were cracking jokes the whole nine. But yeah, man, that was our penalty for mailing out 50,000 flyers back then.
Word.
But it worked. It worked because they came, man, from Amsterdam, Japan. They came from all over the world, man. It was amazing. Mm-hmm. And I was able to bring the West Coast. You know, the West Coast had that little rivalry with the East Coast. They both were there. West Coast, East Coast. Suge Knight has sent some people from Death Row Records to Hoodstock. It was the best time we ever had. The best time.
Word. And I see here, it comes kind of full circle. Here at Hoodstock, we got Crazy Legs. We got Kid Capri. Now, you were with Crazy Legs back in the 70s. Now we're in the 90s again. What we're having, bring you being the voice of Miami to these pioneers from the Bronx. What did that, how did they see that? How did they view you and what you were doing down here?
Well, hip hop is, there was a time where hip hop needed to be represented. You know what I'm saying? Where we had to push forward. We had to push. There was territories where hip hop was not favored, and the Dirty South was one of them. Mm-hmm. It was not favored down here. So when Crazy Legs said, you're doing a jam in the park, bro, I said, yeah, I want to do it as authentic as possible. I want it to be the shit, Legs. And he says, okay, this is what it is. He went in his book. From Biz Markie, rest in peace to every brother you know. He gave me contacts, call them up, do it. KRS, everybody. Right. Reach out to them, call them up, bro. Let them know that I gave you the number. Let them know, come down. And I tell you, man, 5 out of every 10 I called came just with tickets and hotel.
Yeah, there you got Fat Joe right there, right? Young Fat Joe.
Fat Joe, man. And Fat Joe, man, represented at every Hoodstock. He even came, the last one we did in 1996. Although Arcanelli performed in.
Hello. Hope you're staying with us. We're having some connectivity issues. Sorry.
About the little issue there.
It's all good.
Anyway, that's my son trying to reach. Anyway, got caught up in traffic in 1996. Let me tell you what happened. We had so many heads in the neighborhood, bro. I got taxed $25,000. That's what the people don't know. What happened after 1996? You see, because it blew up out of proportion. They had to bring in horses, barricades, extra police officers. They took over Robert E. Lee to park autos in it. They had to go to town. So after the event, it was magnificent. Now, one fight, it was beautiful. But after the event, they called me in to give me a little letter, you know. Thank you very much. Congratulations for having this beautiful event. Amazing enough. For it being hip hop, there was no violence. And I was like, thank you very much. And then they slide me this little piece of paper. I'm like, what the hell is that? And I picked that up. What the heck? 25. What the hell is this all about? Well, let us explain it to you. 25 officers at $25 an hour, barricade this, that, da, 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 da. That's what it comes out to. Holy smoke. So my next thing is, do you guys accept cash? What do you mean if we accept cash? I say, yeah, cash. Watch this. Hey, enemy, I call him on the banana phone. Hey, yo, the 5, the 1s, and the 10, I need 25,000 ASAP. I'm here. So it was a big, hefty plastic bag full of 1s, 5s, and 10s. No 20s, no 50s, and no 100s. We took it to the enemy came in and he said, yo, my nigga, what's going on? Who this shit for? It says for them. So I poured out on his desk. Here's your bread. Here's your bread, bro. And he says, let me write you a receipt for this. I said, nah, there's more than 25,000 there, bro. I don't need a receipt. Y'all keep that. We good. We'll see you next year.
Word.
We know what you're doing. We know what you're doing. I said, okay. He says, we know what you're doing, brother. We know what you're doing. And one day we're going to get you and we're going to lock you up. I said, yeah, but it's not today. Today, I'm going to go party and have a good time. I had an awesome event. Everyone's loving me. I'm going to go and enjoy myself right now. You guys have a good day. Y'all keep that change. And I was out of there. I give thanks, you know. Sounds like a movie. Sounds like a movie. Straight up.
No doubt. For those of you just joining right now, we are live to see the Art Talk DJ Raw. I see the badges coming in. Thank you for your support. Give us a quick little story about who this individual is.
Oh, man, Ice-T. And I'm going to tell you that day, Smooth the Hustler, Trigger the Gambler was in the house. Something happens. Smooth the Hustler, Trigger the Gambler made it to us first. And Ice-T, for one reason or another, whoever was managing him or hanging out, whoever brought him in, for whatever reason, he was coming to 917 and he found his way to 917. And there's roughly always 40, 50 people in the house at 917, round the clock, always. 40, 50 cars outside. It was crazy. The whole block was roped off. But watch this. Comes in, the groupies in my crew will come, yo, Raw, Ice-T. I said, niggas, calm down, man. It's okay. Tell him to come in. He's strapped, Raw. We already searched him. All right, let me come up there. Hey, what's going on, Ice-T? How you doing? Hey, what's going on, brother? This 917, you DJ Raw? Yeah, that's me. Come on inside. I said, hey, I heard you got a pistol. In here, there's no pistols, brother. All we could do in here is I open the drawer where all the pistols were at. Put your pistol. Brother fast. Took the pistol out. Big old chrome, big old jack, a big gun. Threw it in the drawer. And now he got these big chunks, $40,000, $50,000 presidential ones. He's strapped. Laid back as hell with us, bro. The brother was laid back. I was amazed. I said, this guy is a true G. Next thing I'm doing is I gotta get some promo out of this, bro. So I said, hey, Ice-T, you think it's cool? Like if I get on the mic and get the kids nearby in the neighborhood, you know, just whoever hears me, they could come over and meet you. He said, what you think I'm doing here, bro? Go ahead, man, do your thing. I said, okay, I get on there. Hey, check it out. This DJ Raw. We live at WJHH, and we got in the house. We got the Ice to the T in the house live right here. Listen, if anybody's listening right now in my neighborhood, right now is your opportunity to come to the house and meet Ice-T. Man, it wasn't even 5 minutes, man. We had like 20, 25 kids came knocking at the door. They came in. Man, Ice-T has such a kind heart. He was autographing T-shirts for him. Just got down with them. And it was beautiful, man. Special moment. Ice-T was looking at the 60-foot antenna in the backyard. And he told me, brother, he said, you ready, right? I said, ready for what? He said, they're coming. They're coming? He said, yeah, they're coming. Who's coming? And he says, the people are coming. Take care of yourself, man. And I was like, he left me flabbergasted because while I was sitting on my rack in prison, what he told me kept repeating itself in my head, you know? I said, this brother must have been like, you know, getting some spiritual insight on what was about to happen, you know?
So
Real funny stuff. But hey, I give thanks. You know why? I give thanks, Brimstone, because I probably would not be alive today. Because while I was in, a lot of my brothers got murked. While I was in, a lot of my brothers died of food-eating illnesses, you know? And I give thanks because if I didn't go in, there was no way that I was going to be where I'm at today. See, I was a very confused individual, you know? I was stuck on stupid with two capitals. I was stuck, man. And the best thing that happened was me getting separated, 3 years in solitary confinement, 3 years, no windows, nothing by myself. And that's when I found the Most Highest. And that's when my life started making change. My eating habits, put it this way, most of my crew got diabetes, high blood pressure, all these illnesses, right? Which I was diagnosed with all of them as well. Today I don't have nothing, no cholesterol, no high blood pressure, nothing. I'm so fit, it's crazy. I can get up and show you my six pack or my cave. Nah, but straight up, you know, I'm proud of that because I know a lot of brothers my age that can't do that. You know, because they let that taste get them. They let the fast food joints and all that get them, you know, and that's one thing that we have to be on point with. Right now, your wealth is your health. And that's what I'm all about. I got 13 years being vegan. My wife, 22, 2 water births at home. I assisted in the first one and delivered the second one myself. Cut the umbilical cord, captured the placenta, and buried it to my 150-year-old mangrove in the back. And that's when the holistic community embraced me.
Word.
And that's some real hip hop.
Word. I agree. So you go to prison, you come out, and all of a sudden, bam, DJ Raw's back, Miami time. You're hitting covers, they want to blow you up. What was that like?
That was pretty amazing, man. That was pretty amazing for me to come home and see myself on the Miami Times. Excuse me, ladies and gentlemen, excuse me.
Also, Rod, just so you know, we're having a little bit of echo. Someone else has their phone or the speaker.
We have an echo?
Yes.
It's probably because of where I'm at right now.
No problem. Go ahead.
So, I came home. I give thanks. They had in the Marlin, which was one of the spots. A lot of the hip hop was going. You know, a lot of hip hop went on there. Island Records used to have the studio there. But anyway, they threw me a little badge there, man. I give thanks to Omar Islam, brothers like yourself was there as well. You know, and I didn't honestly. I didn't expect that. I did not expect that Brimstone to come home. You know, the welcome home, and what's even happening today in my life. I didn't expect that what I did back in the days was going to, you know, play such a significant part in so many people's lives. I didn't realize that. You know, although the immediate people I was working with, I always had that intention that I wanted to help. Because everybody got help from me. There's no artist that ever knew me, walked in front of me, and I didn't sponsor or help them with finances for them to launch their business. If there's someone, I like them to come forward because they can. Because they knew they used to get in line like it was a child line on Fridays to get money from Raw. Because I would give it away. I would give all the money away. Oski is a fan. One day I asked Oski, how was it working for Raw? He came, I was trying to pay him, and he told me he didn't want the money. And I had to muscle him. I said, you guys take this guy around the corner, let him know that he never says no when I'm giving him money. And he came back, Raw, thank you, man. It's just, you know, I didn't know, you know, if that was possible, you know. But anyway, Oski was a true loyal brother that really helped me out a lot. Everyone.
So
Speedy Legs, Zulu Grims, I go down the list, all the brothers that I helped.
So I am having
launched
a
their
little bit
businesses that I believed in them.
I'm having an echo issue on you, so I'm going to try and talk as little as possible. But that takes us into this next section of what was going on. You got out of prison, you jumped in the scene again, and boom, you got a book popping.
Yeah. Well, I can't let going to prison be wasted that time, you know, over a decade. That time cannot be wasted without me giving something back to my brothers and sisters that are still there, that are on their way there, you know, or on the way back home. So with that being said, I love you, Speedy Legs. Know that. I love you. Thank you, brother. You played a real one. You know, you since day one we connected. You my brother. I'm always there for you. You know that, brother. I got nothing but love and respect for you. You never gave up. You keep moving forward. And that's what it's all about. It's what it's all about, to keep moving forward. We're glad to have you because we almost lost you as well, man.
Yeah.
We love you. Yeah. But, where was I?
We're talking about
the book. So, I sat back. Every time someone goes to jail, I don't know what it is. I get a call. And it's always been like that. Every time someone went in, since back then to now, if you hear some noise in the background, that's my parrot, and she's been with me 40 years, so I can't tell her to shut up. She's straight up family. Chuito's been with me for 30 years. But anyway, I said, let me see how I can help my people. So I started, you know, jotting stuff down, how I did it. Because people saw my, hey, almighty Chilski, bless up, brother, peace, my love and respect. Watch what happens. I came home and people wanted, they saw, oh, he's moving again, he's doing stuff, he's selling drugs in Brimstone. By my babies, I would never sell narcotics again in my life. I would never sell anything that would help hurt humanity. I won't do that again. You know, I won't do that again. No drugs, nothing, man. I don't even take an aspirin. I'm constantly reading labels and stuff like that to make sure I don't contaminate myself. Never mind hurting humanity. I will never do that again. I'm about my people. That's what I like to lay that down in stone right now. But anyway, what helped me when I came home was, imagine this, the Sweetwater Jones, I love you. Thank you for joining us. Mad love and respect. Watch this. What happens.
Old school family right there.
Yeah. Watch this. What happens, Brimstone? Be dope. Man, they're all joining us. Be dope. Mad love and respect. I love you, brother. What happens is this. Hoodstock, the LLC, that corporation, was the only thing I kept running through my whole prison term. My mom, let her rest in peace, she made that possible for me. Not knowing that that was going to be my savior when I came home. That was my savior. That was the trick. That's how I got around the probation officer. That's how I was able to get my first loan that launched me. The best auto detailer. I bought a brand new Sprinter. Took off with that, got the clientele. Man, I love and respect. Got the clientele, and then the day came, right, where I said, you know something? I'm not going to wash cars no more. I got 2,500 clients in my phone. And there's a saying, your net determines your net worth. Right? So I said, you know what? I started telling my people, you know, I started moving my son, Raulito. And before I go any further talking about Raulito, he just walked through the door, but I got something here before I keep going. This is for the museum.
Oh, wow.
And this piece is from the 70s. This piece is 36th Street, Northwest 2nd Avenue. And that's my son right there. We got it framed, we put it together. We're going to come and deliver it down to the museum ourselves. This is a classic. Nobody has this.
Word.
This is a classic.
Word.
It says
sharing that raw and
the real beef, Winwood.
So we got about 9 minutes.
We got about 9 minutes.
I want to get into what you're doing right now. Tell the people about this.
Okay, so I'm into the holistic thing, the medicinal part, the hemp scene. I'm Raw Hemp Edibles. I just got branded. It took me 3 years, $10,000 later. I got branded. I am Raw Hemp Edibles, LLC, the better cookie, the better edible, Delta 8. It's a beautiful thing, you know, my queen, you know, support every move I'm doing because she's part of the holistic. She's running 420, which is her birthday now. 420 is her Earth Day. That's why we celebrate 420 Broward Fest for many years here in South Florida, for many years. The cookie. And if you haven't had one of my cookies, for each and everybody who's here, check me out at DJ Raw Miami. Inbox me, man, and I'll put one in the mail for you. So you could taste an awesome Delta 8 cookie that's going to make you feel nice, because a body at ease cannot produce disease. And that's my whole thing. A body at ease cannot produce disease. CBD infused Delta 8 and everything else, included vegan, non-GMO, gluten-free, and everything organic, because I use the best. When I say the best products I could find.
Word.
And this is what's been maintaining. Because when you have a good heart and you're doing something that's good for the people, that's good, nothing can stop that. When you have a good heart and you're doing something for the people, when you're doing something for the people, Brimstone is like you. No one can stop Brimstone. Because Brimstone is about doing good for the people and preserving Miami's hip-hop culture. You can't stop that.
Word. Because
it's good. What's good is good. And that's where I'm at. I'm into healing my people. I'm into eating well, and I'm leading by example. Man, I haven't seen a Burger King or McDonald's or Popeyes or Kentucky Fried in years, man, for almost 14 years, man. I don't see none of that jokers. 13 years is straight up dieting with my wife, and I give thanks. And not only that, that along people do what you do. My sons, my daughters were born vegan. My father-in-law, everybody, the whole family's turning vegan just because me and my wife, we stuck strong and we said, this is what we're doing. We are going to be the healthiest family in South Florida. And we're working towards that. We're working towards that, and we give thanks. We really do.
So you mentioned your wife, and I know we got no special surprise popping. Tell her what's going on tonight.
Hey, I got blessed. I got married into the Barris Hammond family. The legendary Barris Hammond family. This is her niece. You know? This is his niece. And he's even given me the opportunity. He's come to my home and let me cook for him and vibe with him, man. He is such a god, man. This guy is such a caring heart, man. He's such a giver, man. I'm just blessed that he was able to come to my house and let me cook for him. And my wife, she's blowing up. You know, she kicked out a song called Smoking Marijuana for 420. And she got like 45,000 hits in just a couple of months. And her song is playing in Europe. Jamaica's blowing it up as well. And she's doing her thing. And I'm really, really excited. In fact, DJ Tony Touch played it on Shady Records, on Shady Radio. So he called me up and said, hey, yo, Raw, what's up, my nigga? What's going on? I said, Tony Touch? He said, yeah, man, I need that track. Make sure it's in my box. I'm playing it Tuesday. I hit him up. I shouted to him. Sure enough, man, he broke bread, man. Tony Touch, man. Hey, that's my dude. Tony Touch, I bought his first track. Look, you can see his record back here. In fact, you have the graffiti piece, too. The album cover where he produced the track, and he got down, did a little intro on it as well. Back in the days, man. I give thanks for Tony, man. Tony Touch is a real dude. That dude's never changed. He always stays the same. Straight love. Straight love. How much time we got?
It's time. Let's get. Can we get Najiba to rock something, man?
Yeah, man. Come on, Najiba. Come rock something, baby. Come on. Come on in.
We're going live right now. Let's go.
Let's do it. Go.
What up, my sister? Greetings. How you doing? Thank you so much. Happy to be
Thank
here
you.
today.
Thank you. I heard you're gonna bless us with some beautiful lyrics.
Sure, definitely.
Let's do it.
So we have a couple of songs that I'm really excited about. I want to give thanks to everyone. But the latest one that we came out is called Smoking Marijuana. And, you know, right now, based on what's going on in the world after 2020, we've all been going through so much, you know. So I felt like I made this song called Smoking Marijuana because it eases the pain. It's the healing of the nation. So I'm going to sing a little bit for you right now. There you go.
Here we go. I'm smoking. Good. Take off.
Marijuana. Doing what I wanna.
Marijuana.
Doing what I wanna. Smoking on the Jiva. My name is Najiva. They call me got it. Pass the gold stuff you wouldn't wanna. That's why I never sell out. That's not what it's about. No, 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 no. Hey, 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 yeah.
Smoking marijuana.
Hey, 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 yeah. Smoking marijuana. Say I'm smoking marijuana. Say I'm smoking. Where my smokers at? Marijuana. Doing what I wanna. You can too. Doing what I wanna. Context with karma. Sneak peek of your dharma. Marijuana's taking over. Kalonji's with nothing to fear. Just children prepare. Days I wish Bob Marley was here to see. You know what I mean? We're fulfilling the dream.
What?
Listen, we're fulfilling the dream. And you know, I got it. Woo, yeah. Yeah. Thank you so much.
Show some love, y'all.
Yeah.
Yes. So we wrapping up. DJ Raw.
It's a blessing to have you with us.
Everybody that purchased
your badges, we got time for a few questions. Pop them in the chat.
Sorry about this audio issue we're having. So, DJ Fade, what up? If anybody has some questions for the legendary OG, let us know before we're out of
here.
Definitely. Thank you so much, Brimstone, for having us on here today.
Thank you to everybody
out here. My sister Sweetwater Jones and everybody that's representing. It's all love. Look out for
Almighty Chilski. We love you, Almighty Chilski.
Wheelie, One Lock supporters.
Wheels, we love you, brother. Wheels, we love you. Thank you, man, for coming out, man. We appreciate you. Thank you.
All my marijuana smokers, you know, out here we know that right now it's some hard times. A lot of stuff going on in the world.
Respect,
but as long as what you got to do is just take care of your mind, your body, and your soul. Take care of you. And I found that certain type of marijuana is really good for that vibe, just to be peaceful. And just know the new world's coming. We're going to be all right.
We're going to be all right.
We're
going to be all right.
Well, thank you, y'all. That's time.
What up?
Peace. See you at the next Thursday. One love,
y'all.
Give thanks.
Love. Thank you for everything, man. Stay up. One love.